Okay, so wow, that's crazy. I wasn't expecting it to be like as live and wow. Hey everybody, just want to say happy Rosh Hashanah to my Jewish friends and to everybody because it's a happy New Year. Everyone should celebrate. And I was just over at my folks' house and realized that there's such a wonderful feeling of Rosh Hashanah that I want to share with all my internet friends here. And you know, think about Rosh Hashanah. Okay, you know what? I just haven't done the whole video thing for a while, and sorry about that. I just haven't been busy or whatever lame excuse. It's just an excuse. I've been lame. Sorry. I haven't done the whole Darren guitar sit on the couch thing in a while, and I like doing this. And so I was over at my mom's house. It's Rosh Hashanah. It was nice to see family, and so my mom, I guess, heard I'm kind of on Twitter, and she said, "Oh, I hear from your sister-in-law that you're a bit of a deal on Twitter. And what is this Twitter anyway?" So my stepdad jumps in, and yeah, as I was established as a trusted authority, decides to give his input on it. Anyway, politics. So she asked. She said she wants to know what it's all about, and I tried to explain and overcome what people were talking. It's a website, it's this, it's that. And I explained to her what I really enjoyed was the ubiquitous nature of Twitter. And she said, "Well, I don't get it. How does this help your business? How does this fit in?" And I said, "Mom, do you remember back in the 80s when I was a freaker and hacked into the phone networks and made communities where people would connect and things like that?" She said, "Yeah, I remember that. I was pretty upset about it back in the day." And I explained to her how it was very much the same thing, was reaching out, using an electronic means to get in contact with other people, many times finding similar interests or ways to connect. And that's when she got a little interested about it. And I shared with her that that's the neat thing. She said, "Well, aren't you afraid of putting too much out there? You're a professional, you run a business. Are you going to go and be silly in front of people?" And I need to explain. My family has always been into, like most families, a particular kind of grooming, not just hygiene, but how you present yourself. And my mother being a teacher, father with IBM, I was rather corporate groomed. Here's how you act, here's how you present, here's how you do things. And I love being creative too, and I kept a lot of that a little bit on the down low with my whole corporate America gig. But I find the more that I reach and the more I share, people could choose to watch that or not to, but it doesn't taint my reputation as a professional. My ability to produce and sell professionally is not impacted by me playing silly songs on the guitar. And if somebody's watching me play a silly song, it's perhaps because they enjoy it. They like connecting with me that way and getting to know me a little more, which is awesome. Or maybe they're trying to get up the nerve to do something silly like be on video and blab and whatever it is. That's when I explain to my mom that it's not about the tweets. It's about the relationships that build, and how the more you share about yourself and the more you put out there, the more people can find areas to connect. And to explain this better, I broke it down like this. I said, "Mom, you realize when you talk to me, I'm your son. When you talk to your husband when I'm not here, you probably speak differently." And I gave an example for myself. I said, when I introduced Jennifer to you for the first time, it was an interesting relationship dynamic, as there's obviously ways I talk to my girlfriend or ways I talk to my mom or ways that I would talk to Delco workers or fraternity brothers or friends I pal around with or people from comedy scene or any other relationship. It's almost a dynamic that invents itself, and we all have that, and we run into these interesting challenges the first time the girlfriend meets the best friend, or you know what I'm talking about. And I explained Twitter removes that, and you have a voice that can be heard by everybody. And that was interesting to her because that whole concept is a little confusing of putting everything out there. And that's what I explained. Psychologically, we're going to want to connect with people we can learn from and who we can add value to. And if I put a whole plate of 30 things out there and say I love to cook or play guitar or hang out with my girlfriend or watch movies, and more things that you put out, people are going to relate. Yeah, I do these things. I do that. I relate. I'm like you. Let's talk about these things and let's become better because let's have fun. Let's joke. Let's connect. And that's the whole community building part that I love. I relate all the stuff that is happening now to my freaker days back in the 80s. Another part of that really resonates well with me is even the podcast. Back then we would break into a PBX, and I hope statute of limitations is good with talking about this as I'm putting this out here, but we would break into a PBX system or voicemail, leave a message for our peers to dial in and get. It just, that is a podcast now. Everything is the same. And that's what I said. It's all about the message. It's not about the medium. I advise to my mom, if she wants to try Twitter, to take out her cell phone and dial 40404 and send an update and start with that. A lot of people aren't even familiar with that, but I think the stats say 80% of people are communicating still through Twitter with SMS. Anyway, I've rambled way too long, and I can't edit this video because I think I'm recording live. And I keep like trying to look down at the keyboard, or oh my god, who's going to pay attention to like a 6-minute video anyway? This is ridiculous. So I'd like to give you all secrets. First, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Rosh Hashanah. It's a new year. It's happy Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, I really didn't plan this at all. So, happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody. Be good, and wishing everybody an awesome year, wonderful life, terrific successes, and be back here soon.